Welcome to the second episode of the Discovering Home podcast. Discovering Home is a space for moms who desire more time and flexibility for their families, to discern if God may be calling them to transition from full-time careers to home-centered living. I'm Carla B. Monterosa, wife, homeschooling mom, author, speaker, and your host. Today, I want to dispel the myth that stay-at-home moms don't work. Being a stay-at-home mom doesn't mean you don't work. I've been home for 8 years now, and since coming home from my full-time career, I have worked harder than ever before, managing our home, raising our children, homeschooling them, and growing more in love with God and my husband. All of that takes work, effort, and intention. Nothing worth having happens by accident. It's first by the grace of God, the skills and abilities He has given each one, and the time, energy, and effort we put into it. If you're a mom to young children, your day is already planned out for you. With very little to no sleep, you wake up each day and night to meet the physical and emotional needs of your baby. As they grow, they will become stronger and more independent. But in those early years, your calling is to your children, and that's valuable and powerful work to dive into fully. As your children grow, their needs will also change. First, they'll need your warmth, your voice, and your eye contact. Eventually, they will begin to clumsily explore the world around them, and they'll need you to keep them safe. Having you near provides them the reassurance they need to go further, because you are there. They know they are safe. You will teach them their first word, hold them up as they take their first steps, introduce them to different foods, people, and places. You are their first teacher. Your presence is purposeful and powerful. The children God gave you will be little for a short period of time. Eventually, they'll begin their formal education, and maybe you'll choose to homeschool them. I love homeschooling. I have my girls home, and they've been home since the pandemic. And it's been great for our family. I love introducing them to new ideas and being there to see their eyes light up when something sparks their interest or curiosity. We take our time, go deep, laugh, and enjoy spending the time together. It gives me so much joy. But I understand that children are unique and families have different needs, so I'm not judging you if you choose to send your children to school. The point here is that we are putting their needs first, right? So you know best what works best for you and your family. Another way we can work diligently at home is by tending to our homes faithfully. Managing your home and making healthy meals is a beautiful gift you can give your family. A home that is free of clutter and clean provides a place of rest for you and the whole family. We're not just home cleaning, organizing, decluttering, making healthy meals for the sake of staying busy. We understand that we're creating an atmosphere that nurtures. We nurture them through our words, but our spaces matter too. Creating a beautiful and peaceful environment is an important part of this calling. Depending on your season, the age of your children, and the needs of your family, how you work may look differently for you in different seasons. That's the beauty of being home. You can flex and adapt according to the values, needs, and priorities of your home. But your children will grow, and at some point you'll have room for more. My daughters are in high school now. My girls are very involved in our church. They have a beautiful friend group, and they are always making plans and hanging out. You get a lot of your time back at this age. Maybe that's when you step out and supplement your household income, or maybe God has placed a love and a burden on your heart for some issue or people group. For me, that's women and families. I desire to see God's love, light, and peace emanating in the lives of others. It's why I write, speak, and coach women. God has given me back a lot of time, energy, and space to be able to create and pour out what I've learned for the benefit of others. My point here is that we all work. Some women are called to be a light for Christ in their workplace, and that's a beautiful thing. Some women are called to sow seeds and prepare the next generation. Your children are the arrows that God will send out from your home to do His work later. We've been commissioned by God to make disciples. They've been given to us to raise and shape for God's glory. Choosing to prioritize your home and family doesn't mean you don't work, create, or earn. Being there means you are present and flexible. How you work will look differently depending on your children's ages and family needs. Mama, it gets easier. You will have time to do many things in the span of your life. God has given you a long launching pad. We're all in a process of growth and sanctification that He is sovereign over. But we can choose how we spend our time and where we place our energy and efforts. So don't rush it. Slow down, adapt to their needs, and continue to seek God first. God designed us all to work. We all need to be busy doing good. You'll hear me say this again and again. That work will look different depending on the ages of your children, the stage of life you're in, and your family's needs. And you know best, but it's all work. Listen to what God tells us in Proverbs 31, beginning in verse 10, about the God-fearing woman. An excellent wife who can find? She is far more precious than jewels. The heart of her husband trusts her, and he will have no lack of gain. She does him good and not harm all the days of her life. She seeks wool and flax and works with willing hands. She is like the ships of the merchant. She brings her food from afar. She rises while it is yet night and provides food for her household and portions for her maidens. She considers a field and buys it. With the fruit of her hands she plants a vineyard. She dresses herself with strength and makes her arms strong. She perceives that her merchandise is profitable. Her lamp does not go out at night. She puts her hands to the distaff, and her hand holds the spindle. She opens her hand to the poor and reaches out her hands to the needy. She is not afraid of snow for her household, for all her household are clothed in scarlet. She makes bed coverings for herself. Her clothing is fine linen and purple. Her husband is known in the gates, when he sits among the elders of the land. She makes linen garments and sells them. She delivers sashes to the merchant. Strength and dignity are her clothing, and she laughs at the time to come. She opens her mouth with wisdom, and the teaching of kindness is on her tongue. She looks well to the ways of her household and does not eat the bread of idleness. Her children rise up and call her blessed. Her husband also, and he praises her. Many women have done excellently, but you surpass them all. Charm is deceitful and beauty is vain, but a woman who fears the Lord is to be praised. Give her of the fruit of her hands, and let her works praise her in the gates. This passage doesn't describe a woman stuck or silenced. It paints the portrait of a woman entrusted with much. She's strong, wise, entrepreneurial, and spiritually grounded. She nourishes both her household and her community. Her influence isn't limited by titles, it's multiplied by her faithfulness. The scripture says she laughs at the days to come because she knows who she belongs to. She is confident and prepared for the days ahead. She fears the Lord, serves her family, and stewards what she's holding, multiplying it for the good of her family and community. She is praised. But that isn't what motivates her. This God-fearing woman desires to honor God and steward her family well. That's what sets her apart. How you spend your time, what you give your energy, gifts, and focus to, it's all work, and it matters. You are how the natural world sees God in action. Your testimony is powerful. Your quiet effort has eternal consequences. If you are sensing that God is leading you to a shift, from career to home-centered living, could it be that He has a plan for you there? To grow in your faith, to live out His word, and to quietly build His kingdom from home, starting with those He has given you to love. So whether you're currently in the workforce, home discipling children, or somewhere in between, be faithful in whatever God has placed in your hands to steward. I'll end with this quote by one of my favorite commentators, Ali Beth Stuckey. Just do the next right thing, in faith, with excellence, and for the glory of God. And if things aren't working as they should, Have faith and dare to go in a different direction. God is with you. And if this episode spoke to you today and you're wondering if God may be calling you home to focus on your home and family, I created a resource just for you. Visit my website, carlabmonterosa.com, take my quiz, and download my free guide, Start Your Journey Home, the working mom's guide to becoming a stay-at-home mom. Remember, home is holy work, and motherhood is a ministry worth pursuing. Thanks for spending the time with me. I'm praying for you. Until next time, God bless you.